name is Supriya Sumatra Nagar, and my today's topic is method overriding. In Java, method overriding is a feature that allows a class or child class to provide a specific implementation of a method that is already provided by one of its superclasses or parent classes. When a method subclass has the same name, the same parameter or signature, and the same return type or subtype as a method in its superclass, then the method in the subclass is said to override the method in the superclass. Method overriding in Java. The method overriding in Java is one of the ways by which Java achieves run and time polymorphism. Runtime and polymorphism. The version of method that is executed will be determined by the objects that is used to invoke. If an object of a parent class is used to invoke the method then the version in the parent class will be executed. But if an object of the subclass is used to invoke the methods, then the version in the child class will be executed. In other words, it is the type of the object being referred to not the type of the reference variable that determines which versions of a overridden method will be executed. Rules for overriding. Method overriding and access modifiers. The access modifiers for overriding method can allow more not less access that the overridden method. For example, a protected of instance methods in the superclass can be made public but not private in the subclass. Doing so will generate a compile time error. Final methods cannot be overridden. Final methods cannot be overridden because if we don't method to overridden, we declare as a final. Please see using final with the inheritance. Overridden method is a final. Overridden method is a final. Static methods cannot be overridden method. Overriding versus method hiding. When you define a static method with the same signature as a static method in the base of class, it is a signature as static. It is known as a method heading. Then following table summarize what happens when you define a method with the same signature as a method in a superclass. Private method cannot be overridden. The private method cannot be overridden because private methods, as they are bonded during compile time, therefore we can't even override private methods in a subclass. For overriding, method must have the same return type or subtype. Different return types for an overriding method in the child class, but the child class return type should be a subtype of the parent return type. This phenomenon is known as the coherent return type. Invoking and constructor, we cannot override the constructor as the parent and child class. Can never have a constructor with the same name. Same constructor with the same name must always be the same as a class name. Overriding and exception handling. Overriding and exception handling is the below of two rules to note when overriding methods related to exception handling. Rule 1 is if the superclass overridden method does not throw an exception, the subclass overriding method can only throw the unchecked exceptions. Throwing checked exceptions will lead to a compile time error. Overriding method does not throw exception. Rule 2. The rule 2 is if the superclass overridden method does not throw an exception, the subclass overriding method can only through the same class through the same subclass exception. That is all about the method overriding.